Yeah, welcome to Shooting Shit, episodes 209. I think it's 9. 209, I think. It will be. It will be. Anyway, I just got in time. My laptop's not playing nice. It's been a bad boy. I'll have to kick it up the arse later. Didn't have time to check it out. It wouldn't boot up. Took the battery out and it booted up. So I think it's the battery, but you never know with these things. You've got to troubleshoot and mess about until you figure it out. And I just did not have time. I thought it would be late, slightly late, but not that much. I managed to cobble everything together so it works. So yeah, I'll have to work on that, I guess, and probably go to Amazon for a new battery or some shit. Anyway, welcome to the show. We're here. And Fallout's in the news again. Just because I can't stay away from it. Right. So you can do this one if you want.
So
right, on you go.
I got this super hilarious article. So apparently GameStop in Germany is giving away copies of Fallout 76 with purchase of a used controller.
Yeah.
So that makes me think they value it less than a used controller.
Yeah, it's like this game isn't selling well. We'll just try and get rid of these copies.
That's what I think.
Well, yeah,
maybe
well,
is happening over there. At least. Yeah, I do know some people like the game, but it's got its issues, and a lot of people don't. Of course, it's not like the best Fallout game. I think that people say that the Las Vegas.
Las Vegas is the best one.
Yeah, because my boyfriend talks about that one, and he loved that one.
Yeah, but that's because it's by Obsidian, who had a hand in doing the first two.
Yeah.
So they're like okay, I've probably said it before, but basically, I think it was Black Isle. They were called Black Isle, then they disbanded, and some of them went to make Obsidian, and some of them left to make BioWare. So you had devs from Obsidian and BioWare from Black Isle. So when Obsidian got the chance to do Fallout New Vegas, they were like, hell yeah. And that's why that's a better one than Fallout 3, because Fallout 3 was nothing to do with the guys that actually made Fallout, but Fallout New Vegas had some guys that were involved in Fallout before, and that's why it's supposed to be better. Well, that is why it's better, because the guys knew what they were doing. It was their baby, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So they didn't want to fuck up.
They probably took a lot more care with it as well, you know what I mean?
Well, the story writing is very good from them. See, Obsidian are so... I don't know, their games are always janky, there's always bugs, there's always little things in the Obsidian games. But the writing's always fucking top notch, and the choices you get are always pretty good. It's like they know how to do that shit, but they don't really know how to not have bugs, because they're pretty buggy games. But they're the sort of games that you can go, okay, I'll forgive the bugs because everything else is pretty top notch. So, yeah, it's always been their game. It's weird. Their games don't have great gameplay. They don't have they've got wee bugs that are maybe really bad-ish, but you look past them because the actual story and the choices you get are really good. And then it was the same with BioWare. The thing that made BioWare games stand out was the choices that you could make. And now it's just, yeah, they've all the guys have left BioWare, so BioWare's it's not even the same. Obsidian, some of the guys are still there, so sometimes it's the same, but it's really hit or miss. So I'm not sure if this new game, what's it, Outer Worlds, is going to be good or if it's going to be bad. I have to wait and see. I've got high hopes for it though, because it looks pretty good. But we'll see when it comes out. Anyway, right, that's your article though, so I'll shut up.
Alright, so this is a promotion in GameStop Germany in which customers get a free copy of Fallout 76 was spotted by one astute Redditor Wednesday. This was like, not this Wednesday. It's, I think, Wednesday before or something like that. I don't know.
February the 1st. February the 1st, it says on the top there.
February 1st is when it came out, so it's not like this week. Anyways, so it seems customers get a complimentary copy of Fallout 76 with the purchase of an Xbox One or PlayStation 4 controller. The thing is, the promotion is not for a pre-owned copy of Bethesda's latest title, but a brand new copy of the game, which only released in November. So this is so embarrassing. Oh, could you imagine? I don't know how you could not just feel, as, you know, the company or the people that worked on the game, how you could just not feel embarrassed by something like this happening. Because I don't think I've ever seen this happen to a game. Have you?
Oh, yeah. Like, I don't know if it's go soon, but yeah, I've seen it, yeah. Yeah, it's a possibility. It's definitely a thing that can happen. The problem is, right, it was so bad. We've got a playthrough of it for like an hour and a half or something. Where I'm playing with the Shem lads, and it's just awful. It's like, but the idea's awful anyway. Like, what made Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 at least quarter decent was like the story and the NPCs and stuff, right? It was a single player game. And what they've done is, they've basically took a single player game, took out everything, and then went, yeah, here you go.
Well, they still have, like, story. My boyfriend said that there's, like, these little things that you can find that are kind of like story, and they're like little tapes or whatever.
Yeah,
and
but it's boring as shit, though.
Well, my boyfriend said that they're very well written, but I think he said that they could have done a better story. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he did say something like they could have done a better story if they did it this way, and he said, like, I can't remember what he said, but he had like a pretty good idea, and I was like, oh yeah, that would have been probably a better way to go about it and offer a better story to a multiplayer game.
Right, no, right, okay.
But
they've not done. That's my problem with it, right? It's that I have to read, or you have to read these things, or you have to like listen to the audio, or any of that stuff, right? And well, that's just boring in a multiplayer environment, like, because everyone's running about doing shit, and then the audio will come over, and you're like, no one cares we're fighting shit. Like, and it's just gameplay. It's like, it's not a good way to do it. Like, you would have been better doing it in like a cutscene or something, so that everyone cuts into the cutscene. But then if you do that too often in a multiplayer game, it's just the Fallout, the way that a Fallout game has to be single player. It's not a multiplayer game, and to like just go, oh, it's a multiplayer game now, is not a good idea.
You know what it would have been a good idea? Is if they had their main storyline like they normally do in Fallout, but then like after the story or whatever, they had some multiplayer thing where that you could go into and interact with other people in like a little world. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you've already completed the story.
They have like
and
a
then
first person, and then they have the PvP multiplayer, and then like stuff that you did in your like storyline could give you like, you know, because you can take your character into it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
That seems like it would have been a decent idea. And people would have liked that, I think.
Yeah,
And
but
they
they're
could have
so
still
fucking
built their
lazy.
bases and explored the world for the multiplayer thing. There could have been some fun hidden things in the multiplayer aspect of it as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they're so lazy.
Maybe I should make games, or at least do the ideas.
No, the problem is
I'll pitch ideas to people, and then they can make
it's
it.
not. No, that's not the problem, mate. The problem is they got so lazy and they're like, fuck it. That's the problem.
Maybe.
No, it is. They're money grabbing assholes.
Well, one thing is if they didn't like make the game, like it's not like their game that they made, like you said. So maybe they didn't care as much about it. You know what I mean?
Well, no. The thing is, right. Like people have already found out that it's the exact same. It's basically. So Fallout 4 was Skyrim modded, right? It was just like Skyrim, and it was modded into Fallout 4, right? It's just a massive mod for Skyrim, right? Skyrim came out in like 2011 or something, right? They've done fuck all. All they've done is make new textures and shit and made it into Fallout 4, right? This one's the exact same as Fallout 4, with still Skyrim shit still in there. The mod guys have went through it and like opened up files and stuff, and there's still Skyrim dragon dot blah 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 code in there, right? Still, they're lazy bastards. That's just lazy as fuck. Like that isn't even. That's just fucking lazy. Like the exact same code for the AI of the dragons in Skyrim are in Fallout 76. And that game came out in 2011. You can't say that's not lazy as shit.
Yeah, probably. I would say that seems lazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
They should
lazy,
have had the beta
lazy.
testing way before the due date, so that they could have fixed bugs before the due date. You know, like given that time. I thought that was a pretty big mistake that they.
No, okay. As I said, when they said it was beta, I told you it's not a beta. It's basically like the launch game. It's coming out in 2 weeks. There's no way you go from a beta.
I know you said that. I said that they should have had a beta testing.
Yeah, no.
You know, an early access actual beta testing, where then they could have.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that was a pretty.
A year or two before the game actually comes out, so that they can fix the shit. Like that's the way it used to be, right? But now they just use it as a demo. They just slap beta on it because they're like, oh, if we slap that on it, that means people will be used to bugs and stuff, and they'll be like, oh, it's buggy, they'll fix it. They don't have time to fix it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Okay, the before it used to be alpha, beta, and the beta would be like a year before the game came out. The alpha would be like 2 years before the game came out, and they would give privileged access to certain people, and you'd have to sign an NDA, and you'd have to do all this shit so you wouldn't spoil the story for everyone, and that's when you got to play the game, right? That you got to play the game early, so you could fuck around and break shit. That's the whole point, right? But they don't do that anymore. They basically say it's a beta so that everyone gets excited and goes, oh, I'm in the beta, I'm in the beta. You're not in a beta. You're in a fucking demo, you retards. Whereas back in the day, it used to be like, yeah, I'm in the beta, tested the game a wee bit and we're fucking around. But I'm under the NDA, so I can't say much apart from I'm sort of playing it and breaking stuff. But as the internet became a thing and people started reading more forums and stuff, more people wanted, how did you get access to it? How did you get this? How did you get that? And like the more that happened, the more it was like game companies cottoned on to like, oh, we could just call it a beta, and it's not really, it's a demo, but we could just call it a beta, and people feel that we've given them the privileged access to the thing, right? And it's not anymore because anyone can fucking join it now, so it's not. But that's kind of how the marketing bastards have made it into that. and they're basically it's not at all. The only game recently that I know of that's actually done it properly was Wormhole Wars, which has actually changed its name now. I had access to that. If you go through the games that I've played on the YouTube thing, you'll see Wormhole Wars is there a couple of times, and then it got changed to I can't remember what it's called now. Splitgate. Yeah, it's got changed to Splitgate, right? So it started as Wormhole Wars. It was really early sort of alpha access, and now they've done up the levels. You can see it's still the same sort of levels, but it's been polished and it's been done up. There's more textures, there's more shit. The gameplay's still there, but they've even changed the name. That's what an alpha is, right? That's what an alpha is. They've changed the name. Everything's changed. The levels have got better. It's called Splitgate Arena Warfare now, and it's still an alpha, but it used to be called Wormhole Wars. Like that. That's what an alpha is. There's a big, massive difference between what that is and like what they try and call alpha and beta access now. Massive. If you go and look, you'll see there's a couple of Wormhole War videos, and then there's a Splitgate video. It's the same game, same levels, but if you look at them, they're completely different. Same gameplay, but like the levels are more polished. They're more. There's more lighting effects. There's more stuff. There's textures, whereas before there was none. It's like that is what like the. So basically, what they did was they built the pure levels. They gave you access to it. You were running around shooting stuff. The levels were bare textures. But they got the gameplay mechanics down, right? Gameplay's there, but the textures and extra little things aren't there. And they're still saying it's an alpha, and they've even changed its name. But you can see where they're going with it now. You can sort of go, oh, I see what you're doing now. Like, but the bare gameplay was still there. Like, the bare components of how they wanted the game to play was still there. So it's just slight tweaks to the level, slight tweaks to the weapons, slight tweaks to the textures. Well, no, it's not that there's tweaks to the textures. It's that there is textures now. It's like a bit difference, right? Yeah, and it's just marketing's bastardized the way that demos now like a fucking demo, and it's fucking bullshit. You can't have a beta 2 weeks before the game comes out. It's like, it's not a thing. Maybe a year or 6 months before, yeah, so that you can work on the shit that people find when they're playing it. You fix it, you polish it. But the thing is, they're so lazy now because they've got the internet and they can just update it whenever they want. Whereas before, if it was printed on a CD, that was it. Like, people were not going to download 10 megabit fucking 2 gigabit patches to make the game better, right? Back in the day, because you had a 56k modem and you could only download like 20, 30 meg. So you could sort of patch the game-ish, but you couldn't like give them new shit because like they couldn't download it. It wasn't possible. So they had to actually polish the game before they put it on a disc. Whereas nowadays they're just like, just fucking put it on a disc, we'll fix it later. It's like, fucking hell. And then they wonder why no one's playing it, and wonder why it has to go free to play. Anyway, that's a wee rant there. It's supposed to be your article, but yeah, go ahead and you can say more about what this fucking it's going to go free to play. I think Fallout is going to go free to play. I think it has to at this point.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway,
in addition, the free copy game's complimentary with the person of a used rather than new controller. So here's like a sign. I can't read it. It's in German. It says like something like Erhalle Biam Kauf in eins gebrachten PS4 controllers. I probably butchered that language. I have no idea. It would seem GameStop locations in Germany have excess copies of Fallout 76, which is not too terribly surprising considering game-breaking bugs and technical complications led many customers who purchased the game during release month to demand refunds. As a result, Bethesda was even under investigation for a time by a law firm looking into claims that it was not consistently fulfilling customers' demands for refunds. In addition to this issue, many customers were understandably unhappy and felt cheated when the price of each game dropped from the $60 at launch to $40 for Black Friday only a week later. Bethesda's New Year resolution is to improve Fallout 76 through a series of patches, though it may be too late for the company to make amends for this title. This is why you gotta be careful when you release something. You gotta release it at least decent, and at least decent, and then, but trying to go back and make too many patches ruins your reputation.
Oh,
anyways,
well, Bethesda never had a decent reputation anyway. No, honestly, it didn't.
It's even worse. It's even worse. They've really dug into the mud.
Yeah.
Especially, not just with the game, but especially
everything
with
else. The bag, the nylon bag merch, instead of canvas. Just everything about it. Just everything about it has been a fuck up after fuck up after fuck up. And it's just like
really bad. I was starting to pity.
We're like a pity sort of go. Oh, guys, just stop! What are you doing?
Yeah, I was starting. It was at first like I couldn't be mad. I was starting to feel bad for them. Like I was trying to pity them.
So, guys, what are you doing? You can't fuck up again next week. Oh, for fuck's sake. Like, why are you doing this to yourselves, lads? Like, what's wrong with you? It's like, how can you fuck up so bad? How can you keep fucking it up? Just stop, guys. Just someone over there, just tell everyone just to stop what they're doing and think about what you're doing. Just everyone stop, because this is bad, right? Just everyone, just stop doing stuff. Right, now we need to make sure we don't fuck up. But no one said that. I can't believe, like, I don't know how many employees they've got, but they've got a decent amount of employees, like 400-500 employees, and no one stood up and just went, guys, we need to stop, because this is getting fucking bad. It's like, nah, just keep going. Just yeah. Oh yeah, you wanted canvas bags? No, we're doing. Can't afford them. We'll give them nylon bags. Oh, the game's all broken to shit. Oh, we'll release a patch. And it fucks up even more shit. And then you have to download the game again. Like, the whole 50 gigabyte was useless because they had to chuck it all out. And you had to download the whole game again. It's you just can't. You can't make it up. It's just, what the fuck are you doing over there, lads? God damn it. Anyway. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I have to get back to my... Okay, so GameStop is on the other part of this embarrassing news story, though. And while the focus may be on the desperation to get rid of a flop of a game, it's also telling that the promotion is run along with used accessories rather than new stock. Perhaps the video game retail giant has an excess of used inventory to get rid of as well. That may be true, you know?
Oh, guaranteed they have.
As streaming games becomes more readily available for consumers, the relevance of a brick-and-mortar game store comes into question. In particular, with reveal Tuesday that GameStop gave up on finding a buyer, it may be time for the company to sell physical inventory at a reduced rate while there's still some demand left. GameStop seems to be might be going the way of, I was noticing, it might be going the way of, family video. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, no, it is. Because everything's
kinda,
now, like, downloads, you download this, you download that.
Yeah. It's kind of sad, though. Like, even if I don't buy a game at GameStop, I do purchase nerdy little merch stuff from there. You know what I mean?
Well, no, but that's the way they're trying to go. Like, because before when I walked into, like, it's not GameStop here. It's just called Game here, but it's very similar. It used to be shelves full of games and stuff, and now it's more merch. It's more like Zelda things and
they
all
probably
that.
need to do that. They probably need to lean a little bit towards more merch than physical games.
Which it sounds like they're trying to do.
Yeah, because I rarely buy a game from there. They should do merch and like game systems, because I did buy my Switch from GameStop. I pre-ordered my Switch bundle, so I did do that. So that seems like a good thing to have at GameStop, is like those little bundles.
Yeah, focus on the hardware. Focus on stuff that you can download.
Focus on the hardware, because that stuff's still really popular. Because not everybody, you're not going to lug a PC around. So you got your Switch. It's perfect handheld device. Go on a plane with, go on a car ride with.
But they can sell PCs though. What I don't get about Game, right? They don't have their own PCs, which I think they should. Like,
wait, who doesn't have their own PCs?
Game. I think right. Okay, so you can go in there and you can buy consoles, right? But you can't buy a PC. I think they should do their own sort of brand of PCs as well. So you could buy the hardware there, right? So they've got keyboards and they've got mice and they've got other PC peripherals, right? But they don't actually have their own PC.
Yeah, but if you think about it, you can go get a PC or the stuff.
No, like I know. No. Hang on.
From Best Buy.
No.
People order the pizzas online already, so I don't know if that's a really good way.
No. Listen, you can't get proper gaming PCs. Like, I don't know a store where you can go into that does you a good deal on a gaming PC, because they all feel like rip-offs.
I think people like to build their own, it seems like.
Right.
It seems like that's the market.
No, there is. Okay. There's the people, but there's also people that can't build their own and don't know how to. And I think that in PC World, right, you can go into PC World or whatever, and they've got some gaming PCs, but not a lot. Like, if you went into Game, I think Game could actually specialise in saying, look, we've got consoles and we've got PCs, but all of our PCs can play games. Like, so PC World type ones are all kind of, some of them will play games and some of them won't. But if you go into a Game, like say you went into Game and they had their own PCs, all of them would be gaming orientated. Like, that's the whole point. So the whole bundle would be like gaming shit, right? So you'd get the gaming headphones, you get the gaming speakers, you get the gaming keyboards and the mice, and all that stuff. I think they could branch out into that. That could be a way to go. It's what I would do if I was them.
that might be good. I just think I would carry next like I would still carry a few games. I think I would mostly do the consoles and the merch
no, they'd
now
still
and stuff.
no, they'd still do that, right?
Yeah.
They still do that, but they would do this as well. It's like an extra thing because they're already losing out. So
I'm probably gonna go to GameStop tomorrow.
Right.
Me and my boyfriend are actually celebrating like our Valentine's Day because obviously it ends up like in the middle of the week. So we're celebrating our Valentine's Day tomorrow.
Okay.
So I was thinking about going to GameStop and because we'll treat ourselves a little bit and but it's gonna be merch. It's not gonna be a game.
Right. Exactly. So what's the point? Like it's going to be merch. Like. It's not going to be a game.
I just don't want them to close or anything because there's only one other nerdy store.
Right.
That I can't remember the name of it, but it was like a nerdy store in the mall. And
right, but I could do that. Okay.
The mall from my house is like a 10-15 minutes drive, so it's very, very, it's like right there. And so, but like it's closing. They had their closeout like sales and stuff. Yeah. I went in there and we bought some things, of course. But like I don't want them to close. I'm like, holy crap, where am I supposed to get my nerdy fix? This is like a nerd dry zone around where I live.
No, but listen, like, so okay, I'm trying to save game here. Right? I'm trying to think about how they could do it, and I'm thinking like. Fucking PCs, consoles. You know how you used to go into a game? Like, I used to go into a game all the fucking time. When my mum or like whoever was out shopping and they'd drag me along, it's like, oh fuck's sake. And they'd go into like the closed shops and shit. And I'd be like, right, I'll meet you in game. And you would just like sit there and play a console for half an hour. Like, you could just grab the console controller and play the console for a bit. You don't even have that now.
They have that in GameStop still.
Not here. They don't.
Oh. No, in GameStop, I could go into GameStop right now and play for a little bit. A lot of times when me and my boyfriend, if we go in there and we have our daughter with her, she runs over to, play on the little game. And
that's what you used to do as well, right? So
we can walk around the store and she's just... she's just happy right there.
Yeah, but they stopped having that here. Like they have like
weird.
Maybe one or two sometimes, but it's very rarely, and it's usually switched staff. It's usually there's usually nothing. You just have to launch about.
I don't know what they have games, to play. I don't know what they are.
No.
Like, I don't actually go over there and play on them.
Right. No, it was usually like the latest
game.
What
consoles they have set up.
Right, but it was usually like a console with the latest game. Right, it was usually the latest big hitter game, or a demo or something. It was they had something, right?
Yeah, I know that they have demos. Like they'll have it over there, and you can select. Like I've seen the screen and stuff. I'm just not sure what they have like. And you can select, and there's like different demos of the game, so you can kind of like go through and select the game. And play it on whatever it is.
Yeah,
but I know that they have like a Switch set up, but I also know that they have like controllers. So I'm guessing they have like the Xbox and PC.
Oh, well,
I've never seen the controllers.
No, they stopped doing that over here, like completely. They don't even have like a gaming setup hardly anymore. Some of them do, some of them don't, and it's really disappointing.
Maybe some of them don't. Over here too, but the ones that I've been to still have so.
No, I get it. Just
so
over here.
I haven't seen one without it yet.
Over here they don't, like, it's like, holy shit, we used to like go in and play like the NES and the N64 and the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. I don't think I played the PlayStation 4, but they did have one, and they had the Xbox at one point.
It's a good way to find out if... I don't, like, understand, like, not having it, because it's a good way to find out if you even want to play the game. Because most games, the only game I ever pre-order is Pokemon. I never pre-order... I always wait and to see, to see what other people get and play or whatever.
Right.
So that I can see how the gameplay is. But
Anyway.
so it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't understand why you can't rent games anymore either.
No, well, there's a reason for that.
Because as a kid, I used to, before YouTube, because now I guess I just use YouTube now to see if I want to get a game or if I like a game or something.
Yeah, but you don't experience it though.
I remember that, like, we used to rent the game, and even not even as just a kid, like, even as like an adult when Family Video was still around.
Yeah.
I would go in. Me and my boyfriend were like, okay, that's that like new game that came out or whatever.
We'll rent it and see what we want.
Oh yeah, we'll rent it and see if we like it, and then that has led to a couple of purchases.
Mhm.
I remember.
Okay. I've been on for about half an hour on YouTube, so we can see by YouTube and we'll go on it.
And then I'll go eat.
Yeah. Aerithradio.co.uk. It's the place you go and you click the thing. You'll notice it's the radio button. You click the radio button, you listen to radio, and that's how you do it. If not, then it's a podcast that gets put up on aerithradio.co.uk, and then you've got the download button and you've got the stream the show, so you can actually stream it from the thing as well. And that's on Thursday. It goes up. No. Tuesday it goes up. Fucking hell. Tuesday it goes up on there. If you're a patron, you get it right away, which is as soon as the show finishes, it goes up, because obviously I have to record it and then put it up, because it's live. So if you've missed the live stream, it goes up on Patreon for £1, only £1. And it's just to keep our service running and the website and stuff, because it costs like £30-ish a month to keep everything going. Is roughly what it is. So yeah, we could do some donations, and we're thinking about moving, because I know about Patreon. If you don't like Patreon, you can always go to the website and just hit up the PayPal and just donate PayPal. Although that way you don't get the thing. I've not figured out how to do it, that we can give you the show right away. But it keeps the radio station going anyway, so even if you listen to the radio show and it's not us that you listen to, it's something else, it's still the same fucking servers. So if you listen to another show, or if you listen at all, then you're still using our bandwidth and we need paid for it. It's just the way it works. Yeah. Anyway, Fallout 76, everyone. It's doing really good that it's went free to play. So, aerithradio.co.uk for the rest of the show. Thanks very much for tuning in to YouTubes. Yay. Bye, YouTube.